What's up, guys? Today what we have for you then is another episode of a Destiny 2 Mythbusters. This week we actually have quite a lot of myths. We usually do about 5, but on this episode we have about 10. So before the video does start, let's just leave a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. If you do go on to enjoy it, of course, you know, all of the support is greatly appreciated on these videos. You guys go absolutely insane on these. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe if you're new. And now let's finally jump into this week's episode of a Destiny 2 Mythbusters. Now, the first one is coming in from War Duke Gaming. Myth: can you use ricochet rounds from a Martyr's Make or Hard Light while wearing the Stag and just keep wounding yourself for Rift energy? Now, I don't actually have a Martyr's Make, but they pretty much do exactly the same thing, you know, with a Hard Light. And they want to know, you know, if I'm wearing the Stag and I keep wounding myself for Rift energy, with the Stag, if you actually get critically wounded, it gives you a bunch of Rift energy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, the first clip that I'll show you is me getting wounded by an enemy and then showing you how the perk works. And then the next clip after that will be showing me wounding myself with the Hard Light and seeing if it works there. So without further ado, let's show the footage. No, it does not work, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure it's because it counts as friendly fire in a way of like you're hurting yourself. The game recognizes that you're hurting yourself. It will be the same result with the Martyr's Make as well. And one thing we did find out, of course, is once I die by hurting myself, I still spawn a rift on the floor. That still works, but in terms of hurting yourself and trying to give yourself rift energy with the perk, Bungie have thought of that one, unfortunately. Let's move on to the next one then from Depressed Boy. Try the Mercury public event myth again, but this time use Dawnblade and spam Icarus Dash. So as you guys that don't know what he's talking about, last week on Mythbusters, we actually did a public event on Mercury, and when you actually fly across, they wanted to know if I could use Quiver Bow on Tether, and actually see if I can just keep spamming the Quiver Bow to actually get over to the island and start the heroic public event without actually shooting all the crystals. If you want to see that, then go on my channel and look at the most recent episode of Mythbusters. But for this one, they want to know, can I do it with the Dawnblade and spam Icarus Dash and get over there? So without further ado, let's see what we got. No, unfortunately, we got so close. I'm not gonna lie, we did get close. So with this one, you know, maybe you guys can think of some sort of way to actually get up there before anyone else with, I don't know how. Icarus Dash was pretty close, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you guys can think, but you know, if you've got any ideas, definitely do the myths in the comment section below, and we'll see if we can actually get on top of there without actually having to shoot the crystals. The next one's coming in from a Nobody Here. Myth: just like in Destiny 1, shooting your feet in the water can hurt you. So of course, many of you guys might know the answer to this one, but I thought, you know what, there isn't a lot of myths on this episode. When it came to last week's episode, what I mean is in the comment section in there wasn't really a lot of crazy ones. So I thought this week I'd do as much as I can and just answer a lot of them. So without further ado, let's show this. I think a lot of you guys already knew the answer to that one, but you know, I felt like answering it anyway. So let's move on to the next one, which is coming in from Million Bar, and this is with the Stag again. If you have the Stag equipped and have the setting helmet off in non-combat zones, does the rift still spawn? So again, without further ado, let's show the footage. It still does spawn. It still does spawn. It would have been cool if Bungie thought of things like that. You know, if you take your helmet off, it's not going to work. But unfortunately, it does still work. Milan or Milan. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. But nevertheless, it does still work. And if you take your helmet off, it doesn't really make a difference anyway. Moving on to the next one from Sad Face Gaming 1098. Myth: if you die with the Stag close to a vendor, will they be affected by the healing rift? They would be kind of glowing white around them. So of course this is quite a unique one. You know, when you get the Stag or even the Rift itself on top of you, you get like a white glow around your body. They want to know if I use the Stag and actually got to a vendor, will that vendor get the same effect on them? So without further ado, let's show the footage that we got. Now, as you see from that footage that we did actually play right there, unfortunately, it does not work. Would have been pretty cool, but you know, Zavala, the man himself, the Baldy, he didn't actually get affected by the Rift whatsoever. And, you know, it was kind of unfortunate. I wish it did work, but it didn't. So without further ado, let's move on to the next one, which is from iReactivities, Myth. With the Stag and the floor is lava trick, can you spawn Arc Souls with it? So again, let's show the footage that we got.
Looking for anything in particular, Guardian?
Now, of course, with the Stag there and the floor's lava trick, it did not spawn any Arc Souls, which is very unfortunate. It would have been kind of cool. I don't know if they would have tracked anyone around the tower and actually decided to actually... That's probably why it doesn't work, because maybe Bungie have thought of this, and if Arc Souls were in the tower, maybe the game would have confused enemies like it does in Crucible and actually made the Arc Souls go towards people in the tower. Would have been funny, but unfortunately it doesn't work. And then that leads us on to our next one, which can be answered straight away from Nawaf. Myth, done with the Stag in a tower with Arc Soul perk on, will spawn Arc Souls and then therefore kill Tess Everest. I thought this was a pretty funny one, so even though the Arc Soul thing didn't work, I wanted you guys to just hear that myth anyway. And of course the answer to that one would be no, it won't work anyway, because Arc Souls do not spawn with the Rift in the tower anyway. And then if we go on to the next one from Life of a Don, can you kill a weak enemy with Gemini Jesters? So with the Gemini Jesters, if you actually dodge while you're having them on with a Hunter, the enemy will be disorientated, they'll be flashbanged, so to speak. And I don't know, can you actually kill an enemy with that, or a weak enemy with that? So without further ado, let's show the footage. That footage there actually just showed that the enemy, although it wasn't weak, the enemy still didn't lose any health whatsoever. So it wouldn't have made it different if it was weak or not. If it did make a difference, then of course I would have got the enemy weak and tried it that way, but it didn't make a difference anyway, so that one does not work. And then let's move on to another one here from Cerberus Knight of Oryx. I don't know if he did this one yet, but Myth, does the Rat King's invisibility last longer when wearing the Graviton Forfeit? So of course the Graviton Forfeit has recently come into the game. It increases, its perk says something along the lines of increases all invisibility effects. You know, they want to know, will it work with the Rat King and the reloading after a kill? So without further ado, let's show that footage. And of course, yes, it does work. The first footage I showed you would have been the Rat King normally, and then I whacked on the Graviton Forfeit, and I think it was like, I don't know, I think the first one, when you use Rat King normally, it's like 3 to 4 seconds, and then when you use it with Graviton Forfeit, it's like 5 to 6 seconds. So it does increase it right there. And then let's move on to the last and final one from Iron Nebula. He was actually in the party when I was recording Mythbusters, and he said to me, check your comment section. I was like, fine, I checked it. And what do you know, he puts Myth, Violate knows the way, and brother, I do not know the way. But without further ado, or I don't even know if that's the right word to use, but nevertheless, that is the ending of the Destiny 2 Mythbusters episode. 10 myths in this, absolutely crazy. So I hope you can leave a like for that one, that would be greatly appreciated. I know there weren't a lot of crazy myths in this one, and that's why I decided to actually include a lot more than usual. But hopefully you guys are going to get really creative in the comment section. You can type some really good ones, and of course, as we know, private matches are coming in spring. We're going to have so many good myths to actually put for Destiny 2 once private matches are out. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I'm so hyped for that. I cannot wait. It was so much fun to do in Destiny 1, and now we're going to finally get that opportunity to do all the PvP ones in Destiny 2, because the amount of comments you do for PvP is unreal. And you know, it's really, really hard to try and test PvP myths in Destiny 2 without private matches. That's why I don't do them at the moment. But of course, when private matches come out for Destiny 2 in spring, it's going to be amazing. But I'm going to stop jabbering on and just let you guys actually have the video ended. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below your myths for the next week's episode of Destiny 2 Mythbusters. My name has been Violate, and I'll see you guys on the next video.